Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sam Mungai. This is the series Ask Your Lecturer. This week is very special, especially for me, because I have one of my good students here. And he's going to give us his name, and then we'll go straight into the topic for the day, which is after your diploma, after your internship, then what? Welcome.
I'm thrilled by the fact that you said you're one of your best students. Yeah, my name is Ezra Odhiambo. I have so many titles. I'm a president on my own, and I'm so much into media. I call myself a media personality.
Thank you, Ez.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I selected you is because you have been very consistent in your studies.
Yes.
And your journey.
Yes.
Now you have completed your diploma and you have completed your internship.
Yes.
Before I go into the details, what are some highlights of your journey in the diploma course?
Actually, before even you begin with the diploma, you started teaching me while I was doing my certificate.
Yes.
And what prompted me to go to diploma was your mode of teaching, because you'd picture out what's happening in the society and engage our brains on how to bring a solution to that thing that is happening in the society. The first definition of a journalist, I got it from you, it was like a journalist is a watchdog. So as I was studying in my certificate, I knew I'm a watchdog. I need to tell my people or the people surrounding me, this is what happened, this is what's happening. Now, when I got to diploma, I got more interested now because it was now into details, photography, videography, and now script writing. But now, the thing that I usually, or my interest was in photography and videography. So during my diploma, I learned so much on what photography is. As much as I used to do it from 2017, but now I came to learn it professionally through, I wouldn't want to say that I'm praising you because now you're good at it, but now through you, I got to know what photography is.
Yes.
There's some terms we used to use in class, MS, WMS. When I got to my internship, they were being used, and I wasn't taught. So if you didn't mention them, I wouldn't know them. Yeah, so there's so much. I wouldn't want to.
Excellent. Yeah. As we move on, and thank you for the accolades. Now, what is your passion, your real passion in media? Because I know we train students, which is very important,
Yes.
to be all-rounded, multi-skilled, multi-talented.
Yes.
But everyone has a passion. What is your passion?
Thank you for asking that question again. As I began, I said my name was Ezra Odhiambo, and I said I have many names. The other name is Salens. When I call myself Salens, I'm a master of the lenses.
Yes.
I can be good in front of the lenses and also good behind the lenses. So my passion was behind the lenses.
Yes.
I love making things move. I like making things work. But when I got to Daystar, I got another dimension. I can be good in front of the lenses.
Yes.
So there are so many projects that I was being given, including a PTC for my exam project, and also another panel interview for my exam project. It prompted me to change my thinking towards what I can do with the camera. So my main passion is behind. I'm into directing and producing, but now I'm now ish about it because I'm finding more passion in front of the camera.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Interesting. That's very helpful. Now, in terms of internship, when you secured your internship, did you find any shocks, or had we prepared you well? And what would you advise any student out there who's preparing for an internship?
I would say when you want to go for internship, number one, you have to be mentally fit.
Yes.
Number two, you need to be educationally fit. And number three, now at least to be pocket friendly fit. Because number one, if you're mentally fit, you can fit in any institution that you're going to do your internship.
Yes.
Because as much as the lecturers teach in class, there's so much things that you're supposed to get on your own.
Yes.
Then number two, when I say educationally fit, you need to master, you have a good mastery of what was taught. So that when you're going there to learn, you can apply what you have been taught to acquire new skills.
Yes.
And also when I say pocket friendly, they won't pay you.
Oh, I see.
And if they pay you, they'll pay you peanuts, as in transport or rather lunch. So as you venture into internship, number one, I also forgot about the most important thing. You need to look at where your passion lies.
Yes.
Because you can't do a TV production, yet your passion is into technical operation.
Yes.
So it's going to differ from what your passion is. So look at your interest, then be mentally fit, be educationally fit, then pocket friendly. You'll be okay when you're doing internships.
Oh, very good. Do you have a story or two that you did while on internship which you are proud of today?
I would say if I didn't know what photography is, if I didn't know what videography is, then my use in KBC would be useless. So I learned so many skills so that when I got into KBC, because I got into KBC when it was during the peak season, it was the election. You know, at that point, there's nobody who wants to babysit you and teach you something.
Yes.
They assume you know.
Yes, and you should be able to deliver.
Yes.
Yes.
So you are there as just them, wewe ni mfanyikazi. And when I got there, yes, there's that culture shock. Because number one, you have to now be formal to work.
Yes.
And now the terms that they're using, you have to get so familiar with the terms they're using. And if you're not so familiar with them, then it will lag you behind. I would say I'm proud because number one, I learned how to operate a camera when I was in school.
Yes.
So when I got there, on my second day, I was operating the main camera that is shooting the news.
Yes.
You know, those ones I left for the bazoo of the studio. Now, on the second week, I was operating the gym.
Yes.
Because it's not for everyone.
Yes.
But my passion for learning new skills about videography and photography took me to it.
Yes.
So I used to use it, and as my producer would say, Ezra, that shot is crazy. Yeah, and I'm proud because even but now if I go there, I know I'll still be given you take this, you take this. Yeah, I can even be given a slot to guide someone on what to do. I've done technical operation, I've done sound, and I've also done transmission.
Yes.
So if I didn't equip myself before I got there, I would be in a hot soup.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm proud that even after living there, I still have a chance there.
All right.
Yes.
So good preparation, and just be ready to be assigned and to deliver.
Be ready.
Now,
Exactly. Be ready.
going forward,
Yes.
you've done your internship.
Yes.
What next for Ezra? Is it university? Is it another diploma? Where are we going?
I call myself a journalist by profession because whatever I've done qualifies me to be a journalist.
Yes.
So after my internship, let me use myself as an example. After my internship, I started looking for work. And with God's grace, or by God's grace, I was retained at KBC. So I had a 3-month contract at KBC, and I was still studying at Daystar University. So after my internship, at least I looked for a job. And where I was looking for a job, they saw my capabilities and they retained me there. So if you're doing an internship, do it to your level best. Do it as if you are doing your work.
Yes.
That's why I was telling you, wherever you're going to the internship, be where your interest is. Then right now I'm not at KBC, but I work in the marketing department of Daystar University. So I study there and work at Daystar University.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good. Now, besides your academic journey,
Yes.
how do you unwind? Because a human being needs to balance. Are there other things that interest you?
Well, I'm a musician on my own. I have a band.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I formed it with my friends in school. And I have two bands. There's one boys band. We meet every Sunday. It's called Anointed Kings. And I also have now the Daystar University Choir, which I'm the chair. So aside from doing my studies,
Yes.
I do singing. Yeah, so technically I'm a musician. And that's what is experience. I'm a good cook.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so when things go haywire for me, when I'm not reasoning so well, I go to the kitchen. So cooking is my therapy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because, you see, what we want to portray
Yes.
is to inspire young people who are in school or in colleges or even undergraduate students.
Yes.
That the market demand has changed.
Yes.
And that's why we also have to mentor you and teach you well and train you well and prepare you for that market.
Yes.
So that when you go into the market, you don't get a shock and you have a realistic expectation. Because like for you, now you have a realistic expectation and now you know that you don't qualify for those very high salaries yet.
Yes.
You have to earn it.
You have to.
Now, tell us something about the market that you saw there, the kind of stories that they do, the kind of productions that they produce, the kind of talent they produce, the kind of pay. Give us a synopsis of that space.
If there is something to do with the talent production, it begins with oneself. It doesn't need you to go to a media station to produce that talent.
Yes.
So it begins with you. So that when you go out there, you have a good portfolio that they can now absorb you in.
Yes.
Because when you go to a station, they'll ask you, what are you bringing in?
Yes.
What are you adding up to what value are you adding to our station?
Yes.
So that's the first thing you need. Yes, there's so many contents, there's so many talents out here. But now, to be nurtured in a media station is limiting. So do it on your own.
Yes.
You have a smartphone. So now everything is at your hands. You can get a ring light, you can get a lapel, you can get a good smartphone and do your content. That's about talent. About the job market is not really readily available. You have to look for it. And that's why people use the word tarmac.
Yes.
And trust me, even if it's a work that you're going to do for free, you'll still tarmac on it.
Yes.
And now when it comes to pay, it doesn't come with a boom. It's peanuts.
Yes.
My first salary was 2,000. Then after a big complaint, which was supposed to be at 25, it was now 15, 12,500.
Yes.
So in Nairobi with the 12,500, it's so hard to survive. But there is the aspect of not giving up because it's a ladder.
It is.
You begin from 2,000 to 15 to 25 to 50 now to hundreds. And now the problem we have now is with our generation is the way you say it. We want to be the next Jeff Koinange tomorrow.
Overnight. No.
It's never easy. People have the steps to follow.
Yes.
And if you look at the journey, it's not that smooth. It's always rough.
Yes.
Yeah, so before you venture into so many things, prove yourself.
Yes.
And if you don't have proof of yourself, then stop wasting time. Start proving yourself.
Now, in terms of technical skills,
Yes.
because I have tried very hard to mentor my students by using myself as an example of being multi-skilled, being able, as you rightfully say, to shoot video, to do photography, to write scripts, to produce, to direct. Is there any other skill that you think you could acquire now, which could be marketable for you?
Yes. Right now the world is going digital.
Yes.
And you know, and when the world is going digital, you have to get more digital skills to market yourself, brand yourself, and also create and earn a living from it.
Yes.
There's so many video editors. There's so many photographers that can do good editings.
Yes.
Why don't I now want to acquire a graphic and design skill?
Yes.
Because right now, anybody can open a company and they'll come like, I need a logo that's like this and this. If you don't have the skill, you won't create it.
That's true.
So I need, like personally, yes, I have a basic skill on graphic design, and I also need a basic skill on animation, and because nowadays people don't go for a whole video. People want a 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 3 minutes, so that they can get your concept very fast.
Yes.
And if you can edit such videos, yeah, and if you can make it more interesting, then you're good to go to the market.
Yes.
So my skills that I need to acquire right now is good graphics and animation.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, because we are still inspiring those who are in college to realize that you need additional skills.
You need.
And the market has changed in terms of content. You
Yes.
don't want lots of long, lengthy content. It's gone short. And that's why TikTok now has overtaken YouTube, because the world is geared now to short content.
Yes.
Seconds to 3 minutes. Tell your story there. If it's making us laugh, make us laugh there. If it's inspiring us, inspire us there.
Do it there.
Now, as we change gears, is there anything else we want to find out about Mwalimu?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now this is my show. Yes, Mwalimu, allow me to ask you this question out of curiosity.
Go ahead.
You know, people of your age right now would be like, I need to retire, go back home.
Yes.
Or rather, be in an office and work as a ghost worker and get more pay. What's still keeping you into this industry?
Wow. Thank you for that. One word, passion. I didn't get into teaching as an alternative.
Yes.
The people in my generation, as you rightfully say, who go into teaching as a stopgap, as they are progressing to something else.
Yes.
For me, this is it. And so I do this passionately. And that's why I do this. Even if you are not paying me, I will still teach. And I will still mentor. And I will still use, in fact, in many occasions, it actually costs me. Because in many situations, I have to make my way to travel long distances to go and teach. I'll give you an example. Sometimes a lecturer may not be available in Vista, and they're teaching in Athi River. I will find my means to Athi River campus on my own, from my own expenses, to go and deliver. And I will deliver to my level best.
Wow.
And I won't look at remuneration.
Now, when you speak about passion, I can even see it in your expressions, how passionate you want to do things.
Yes.
You know, you are well versed in graphics design, photography, videography, but among these three, which one fascinates you most? Which one do you feel like, no, this is my comfort zone?
My comfort zone or my love is photography.
Yes.
And that's what I do here in ADMI. Now, this is one place that I would recommend any student in the future who wants to specialize. Because in this institution here, they specialize. If you want to do film, if you want to do video production, if you want to do photography, if you want to do animation, if you want to do gaming, all those aspects of the industry can be done here, from certificate to diploma.
My next question will just come, why photography?
Well, remember, media is about telling stories and expressions. Now, a photo takes you to another level of engagement, more than a video clip. Yes, a video clip, you will watch it and appreciate it. But a photo, especially when captured well, framed well, in good exposure, you will spend a little time looking at that photo. And to illustrate my passion in photography, I have a TikTok channel. And I use more photography there than videos. Because with the photos, they will engage you more to look at that photo and you will see more details of the setting of what I'm doing.
That's so nice.
So, and you're telling a story. And that's how I tell my stories of my other relaxed side, my recreational side.
We'll get to that point.
Yes.
And now, Mwalimu, I need to now know, I am your student.
Yes.
And we've been through so many journeys.
Yes.
I would like to ask, what is your vision while teaching a student? What's your next picture of your student when he or she's going to the market?
Excellent. Two main things. Number one, my expectation is that my students will be better than me.
Well,
I have no apologies. My bar is very high. I want my students to be better than me. And you have done me proud. You and many others. You go out there, you tell your stories, you take your photos. I see you in the digital space. Now I have my students across this industry, in the advertising industry, who are writing scripts, who are copywriting for billboards, who are in TV, Standard Group. The other day I took a group for an academic tour in RMS. I saw my former students there thriving in radio, in marketing. And I said, that's the most fulfilling moment for me, when they are doing better than me.
And that's so nice.
Yes.
Now, aside from the serious part of you being the passionate you,
yes.
What else do you know out of work, out of teaching, and
Yes, because I give my all, I drain it all during the week.
Yes.
I don't spare anything. So that drains me. So I need to replenish and refill. So I like long drives,
yes,
alone, listening to my music. I like green spaces. I like going out and having a good meal or some cake, and you'll see a lot of that on my TikTok.
I was almost saying about the cake.
To unwind.
Okay.
Everybody has their own way of unwinding. That's how I rejuvenate and recharge. Then by the next week, I'm ready to give my all again for my students.
That's so nice.
Yes.
You know, I feel so excited to engage with you again, because you know it's a matter of 3 months. That's a long period of time.
It is.
Yeah, and this reconnection brings so much to not only me but to other students.
Yes.
And I would love to finish my part by saying that whatever you do, it's not for you.
Yes.
It's for the society.
Yes, it is.
And one day, one time, you know, the society always pays back.
It does. Yes.
So my desire or my prayer that when it pays back, it doesn't take you to the negative but to the positives.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, as I finish, that would what I would say.
Thank you. I also want to say that as we do this mentorship and training, it's very fulfilling. We get very good feedback from especially the HOD.
Yes.
Because they go out to the companies where students are interning, and we get very positive reports that our students are performing very well in internship.
Yes.
They were prepared. Like in Daystar, in graphic design, I taught my students an app called Canva. And they go into the market space and they find those are some of the apps that are being used.
And I'm not shy to say that's what's being used in KBC.
Right? So that means Mwalimu has to be on top of the game to find out what are the market demands. So if you go in the advertising space, in the TV space, in the radio space, we are 2 steps ahead. So as we are preparing you, we are not just looking for the immediate future.
Yes.
We are looking 3 years and 5 years ahead. And that's why I always ask my students, what do you want to do in the next 5 years? Because these 5 years are going to come very soon, so that we can prepare accordingly for that journey.
Very nice. As we conclude this show, what's your journey in the next 5 years?
All right. So thank you all for keeping it here, and thank you as well for finding time to come to this space. Continue subscribing, give us your comments, and keep it here for more exciting content of this nature. Thank you, and see you soon.